I'm going to tell you a story about how I got my new cat. My sister and I were driving around until we saw an antique store. We were both curious about what was inside, so we drove over. We went to the store and started looking around to see what it had to offer. The antique store was selling very interesting old furniture and old pottery things. While we continued to look around, I saw through the corner of my eye a mother cat and two nursing kittens. They were all covered in white fur. In the back of my mind, I wondered if they were deaf. I say this because usually when a dog or a cat's body is fully covered in all white fur, they are usually deaf. I decided to look for the female store owner. We walked around until we found her. I asked her, "Excuse me, out of the three cats you have, are any of them deaf?" The girl replied, "Oh yes, we have one kitten that is deaf. I don't know what to do about it. Should I drop it off at an animal shelter? I don't know how to take care of it. I just feel so awkward about the whole situation." I asked, "Can I adopt the kitten and bring it home with me?" Laura felt very relieved as she says, "Yes, you can have the kitten." "Are you sure that you want it?" I replied, "Yes, I love cats. I think the kitten is fine as it is. I don't care if it's deaf." Continued to ask, "Which of the two nursing kittens is deaf?" Never mind. I'll figure it out for myself." Started to loudly clap my hands together. The kitten on the left was hearing. I knew that because it looked at me. Once it heard the loud clapping noise. The kitten on the right was deaf because it continued to nurse when I clapped my hands. I picked up the kitten on the right. I felt like I was ready to go home as I held it. Before we left the store, my sister told me, "Hey, remember Phil doesn't really like cats." I was like, "Yeah, I know. What am I going to do?" We have to figure out how to convince them or butter them up into accepting the kitten so I can save it from the animal shelter. On the way home, I got an idea. The kitten was about 6 or 7 weeks old. It was very cute, so tiny. When I got home, I had it behind my back. I was talking to Phil. I said, "Hey, Phil." Phil looked at me and asked, "What's up?" He knows my facial expressions very well, so he knows when I'm up to something. So I have a surprise for you. Guess what it is? He looked at me with a curious expression upon his face. Slowly brought the kitten out from around my back and showed it to him. Rolled his eyes at me. He was clearly not happy. I said, "Now hold on, Phil, let me explain. Kitten, this little kitten." He looked at me with disbelief in his eyes. Continued to say, "We would be the perfect parents to nurture this kitten into adulthood because we could teach it two languages, ASL and English. We would not want to send it to a mainstream school. We want to send it to a deaf school. We would not want to force the kitten to get a cochlear implant. We want to raise the kitten in a natural environment." The kitten looked at Phil. He looked at the kitten and said, I give up. Fine. Go ahead and keep it." In the story, Phil is so easy to convince into doing things that I want. Well, that's the story how I adopted my kitten Lang. I named it Lang because I just started graduate school majoring in linguistics, so I just shortened linguistics to Lang.